Now, if you've ever wondered what the Christmas story would look like if it took place today, wonder no further. There is a modern nativity set which is now on sale. It's been launched by a US firm and comes complete with 3 wise men on segways offering Amazon parcels. We were hoping to bring you pictures of this, but sadly they appear to have fallen into a bin somewhere. We'll be trying to dig them out. There's also pictures of Mary and Joseph taking selfies along with the baby Jesus. Well, some are unhappy about this. Let's join the comedian Kate Smurthwaite from central London. Kate, what's your view about this?
Well, I thought it was hilarious. It's really beautifully done. It's obviously like a really lovely idea. This idea of, you know, they've got the cattle in the stable saying 100% organic, and Mary's doing duck face and kind of posing for a selfie. And you know, I just thought it was a really nice, fun little thing. I'm not quite sure I'm willing to splash out for one for my house, but it certainly made me laugh when I saw it online. Yeah,
it made you laugh. You are, of course, a comedian. You like laughing. You like making other people laugh. But the whole point of Christmas is celebrating the birth of Jesus. It isn't the whole point of the nativity that it should reflect that?
Well, I mean, are we trying to build a historically accurate scene when we build a nativity set? I mean, for starters...
What else is the point of it? The point of a nativity is that it's meant to represent the time, the point, the place, the birth of baby Jesus.
Well, you can argue that. You can absolutely argue that. But there isn't a great deal of historical evidence for even the existence of a bloke called Jesus and that kind of stuff. It does seem, when you look at the actual historical records, that in fact it's an amalgam of a variety of stories and myths and legends.
Doesn't stop most people marking Christmas, though, does it?
Well, no, and there's no reason why we shouldn't, because it's a fun time of year to celebrate. And of course, you know, weirdly enough, there's a lot of things we do, like having a Christmas tree and having presents that seem to have really remarkably little to do with Jesus. And that's because actually they come from a pre-Christian festival. That's why we call it a Yule log. In actual fact, Christmas, in a sort of weird sense, has existed long before it was called Christmas. It's originally a pagan festival. It's a time of year when it's a great time to celebrate, and it's a great time to get together. And I think actually, you know, the nativity story, if you want to believe it and you want to believe it verbatim, that's one option. If you want to think, well, it's quite a nice story, actually I think it's quite a weird story. I mean this is about a woman who has a baby without ever having sex. I mean, I don't want to spoil the innocence of any of your viewers there, but that is a really unachievable goal for 21st century woman. That is not something that you are going to be able to achieve with your life. And if you are one of these people who takes it very seriously, who believes all this stuff very firmly, you know, and who believes in an all-powerful, universe-creating deity, I think you'd have to accept if he or she is big enough and powerful enough to create the whole universe, they can handle a joke about a few hipsters in a stable.
What about the view that as you say, we don't know exactly what happened, but the grammar of the nativity, the fact there are shepherds, the fact that there are wise men, there is a star, there's the angel Gabriel, it has been handed down, and it is very much part of a lot of people's Christmas, especially those with nippers in primary schools, because that's what they all get dressed up as.
Oh my goodness, don't. I was forced to be Mary against my will. It was awful. Yes. I think it's because, I'll tell you exactly why it is. It's because my mum's deaf, and so I was brought up speaking very clearly and articulately so that my mum could understand me and hear me when there were thousands of screaming children around. So I was an absolute shoo-in with my long hair to be Mary, and I remember it being cringeworthy, and the script had a line where it said Mary and Joseph kissed, and good grief me and this other boy were not going anywhere near each other. They had to change the script so that we looked lovingly at one another because we were having none of it. So I think that, you know, I think it's a lovely tradition, but I don't think that it's a tradition that we can't mess with. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that oh, well, there can only be one angel Gabriel. Fine. If your school's, you know, got a lot of kids in it, have 2 angel Gabriels, and, you know, maybe we'll have less kings and more queens because everybody needs a part. I think that the great thing about these traditions is they're there, and we don't have to stick to every single rule. You know, you can go to the carol concert, you can have a great time singing the carols, and after that you can sing Slade if you want. You know, if that's your favourite Christmas song, there's just nothing to stop you doing it your way, because that's what's lovely about traditions. They're not compulsory, they're not rules and regimented. They're these wonderful occasions when we get together and we celebrate things our way. And I know some people who celebrate Christmas hugely different. Some people don't like turkey, do they? So they have beef. Some people want vegetarian nut roast. Well, that's the great thing. There's no law that says this is the right way to celebrate Christmas. There's no law that even says you have to celebrate Christmas. You can do Winterval. I know, putting the win in Winterval. You can do Winterval anyhow you like, and this is one of the options. And if it suits you, do it. And if it doesn't, well, not a problem. I'm not going to stop you doing it your way.
OK, you have Christmas your way. I'll have it mine. Kate, thank you very much. Good to join us.
Thank
Good
you.
to join you. Thank you.